What's going on, everybody? 3D Meeks here, and today we will be making this rope cup on Fusion 360, sponsored by PCBWays. This video, I will show you how to make this rope-like texture. It's actually pretty easy to do. A few steps might look super difficult, but this process is actually really easy. Might confuse you how to do it, but it's really simple. A few easy steps. In this tutorial, I will be making it parametric-ish, so make life easier at the end. But yeah, let's get started. First things first, you're gonna need to start a new document. First thing I like to do is set some parameters. So let's add, first thing is gonna be the diameter. Let's go, I'm gonna just go like that, and then that's the diameter of the cup. So I'm gonna go 100, okay? And then millimeters, I'm in millimeters. And then the other thing I like to do is the layers, so the amount of layers of the cup. So if you want it to be a certain amount of layers, so we don't have to go in and change it every single time in this thing right here, whatever this thing is, linear or whatever, yeah. But this one does not need units. So we're gonna start with, let's say 20. And then the other thing is we're gonna do a twist, so we're gonna need a little bit of I like to do like revolutions and then twists. So first things first, we're gonna do revolutions. I call it revs. Also no units, and then we're gonna go 20 for now. And then this will control like the amount of twist on the cup, on the rope, I mean. So then the other thing is the degrees. So we're gonna go degrees. We're gonna call this one the twist. And this one is 360 degrees. This is important because the twist, because it's a full circle, it needs to be 360 degrees times the amount of revolutions, which we got 20 for now. So instead of going in and changing them every single time, that's what I like to do. And that's it for now. Okay, first we wanna start a sketch on the ground plane. And we're gonna make a circle, and then we're gonna do a circle. We're gonna start it from the middle, and we're gonna call this dimension it to diameter. So there we go, and that's all we're gonna do. All right. Now we got our profile, and now we need to make the rope itself. So what we want to do is start another sketch on the upward plane. So what we want is it to start right here and go around, but the pattern we're gonna do is we're gonna go project, intersect, and then we want to go right here, and then make sure it's projection link is on, and hit OK. So now we have this is the rope we're gonna do. So now what I like to do is make a circle, but then we're gonna hit X to make it construction. And then this will be the general thickness of the whole rope. So we keep it in. So I like to do like 8. All right, so now we're gonna do 8. And then we're gonna do another circle. And this time we have to disable the construction. And then we're gonna do a 2-point, because this one will start, drag that up from here, all the way down to here. And that's what I like to do. After that, we're gonna go into make a circular pattern. We're gonna circular pattern this circle along this. So we got 3. I like to use 5. Gives it the coarse enough look. If you want the rope to be smoother, you could do more. If you want it to be rougher, you could do less. But I like to go with 5. And hit OK. And now we got this kind of shape, right? So what we want to do now is I like to trim it, so then you could keep it the way it is, but then it's more profiles for the computer to calculate, but we're just gonna trim it. So we hit trim, we hit here, get rid of all the inside parts right here. And now we have kind of this clover looking thing. And then from here, we just finished sketch. Huge thank you to PCBWay for sponsoring today's video. If you didn't know, on top of PCBs, they also offer full 3D printing services from resin to SLS and even metal printing. Their turnaround time is fast, prices are maker friendly, and honestly, it's one of the easiest way to get professional quality prints without owning all the machines yourself. So if you want to take your designs from CAD to reality, hit the link in the description and check out PCBWay. And this is where the fun begins. All right. So what you want to do is go into create and then hit sweep. We're going to sweep this profile along this path. So when we first start here, it is just a basic thing. But now we're going to go the twist angle, and then we're going to change this to twist. And we already have it set up for 7200 degrees. So you see it previews and makes a rope. So there we have it. We have a rope looking body. So this is why I use parametric settings. We could go open it back up, and then we could change the revolution to say 10, and I'll change the texture of the rope. Well, the pattern of the rope, I should say. But let's go 15. Give it a little bit more twist, and then hit OK. Now we got a single ring. Now the next thing we want to do is create this pattern vertically to make like a cup shape. So first we're gonna do is rectangular pattern. Yeah, rectangular pattern. So we select the body, and then we want obviously the Z-axis, and we made that circle in our sketch right here 8 millimeters, right? So what we're going to do is we want to change the distribution to spacing, and then we want to change it to 8. But if you do 8, it's going to be sitting too much on each other. So I like to drop it down a couple millimeters. So then it makes this nice little overlap, and you'll be able to 3D print it no problem. And then for quantity, we're going to change this to layers. And then as you see here, we got 20 layers creating this cup looking style. And then again, if you want to go and change, if you want it only half, for example, we go 10, and it makes it a little smaller into like a smaller holder. I don't know. Anyways, so you make this to the height you want. So we're going to change this back to 20 because I like that, because 20 times 6 is 120 millimeters, and that's the average height of a cup I like to do. All right, we have this. So all we need to do now is make a base for it, and I like to, like the other one, I had the base closed like that, but then the rope texture right here is slightly bigger. So what we're gonna do is scale. I just nice and easy scale this bottom one. So if you hit the letter S and then search scale and hit enter, you select this body, and then we're gonna go make sure it's uniform, and the point will be, you have to turn on your origin, and the point is right here, and then make it like 1.05. It's like trial and error, so maybe we could go 1.1 because we don't want it too big. Yeah, that's too big, so we'll go 1.07. And I kind of like it there. No, a little bit smaller. 1.6%. 6% gives it a little bit of a higher base, and we'll call that good. So now we have another issue is we need to close it up on the bottom, and we can't let it sit on there. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do split body. Just like the base size thingy, the base rope, and then the splitting tool will be the ground plane, and then hit OK. Now it splits that, and then we can just remove this. So Shift R, we select the bottom part and removes. Now we have a nice little base. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just turn off all these bodies by selecting them all and hitting V, turns it off. And then we'll go here, hit E for extrude, and then we're gonna make this 4 millimeters. All right. And now we're gonna take all these bodies and then open them up again. And then you can see from the inside, everything is all closed off. Last thing we have to do now is to combine them. So it's very simple. We'll turn off the sketch, close it up, clean everything up, and we'll just go select all like this and then go into combine. This might take a second. All right, and now this might take a minute. So this is where you go and have a sip and enjoy. Take a break. All right, we are done. All right, we're done now. We got this all in one piece, and this is ready to 3D print. Just like that, we got ourselves a rope-like cup. It's all one piece. You can 3D print it without supports. Yeah, last thing we could do is change the visibility to shaded so it looks more nicer. And then turn this grid off. Now we got a nice little look to it. What we can do is add some texture to it. I'm gonna just like do quickly wood, not texture, material. I will just go mahogany, for example, and drag that on there. Now we got our rope-like looking cup. Pretty simple. You could use the rope methods on different ways. Doesn't necessarily need to be a circle. But yeah, here we have it. I'll do a quick render to see how it looks. Boom, boom. Let's go. I like to, nope. Let's do a little bit of, let's go darker. Oh, no, too dark. Go right here. Lighten it up a little bit. There we go. And then we'll just, once you render it out, let's see how it turns out. Let's go quickly here. You get the point. It looks pretty good. Hopefully this helps you out with whatever you need. In the next video, I will try to do more complicated design like this wicker basket. We'll start with the oval circle shaped one, and it's a little bit easier. Again, we'll do the wicker design and add a little rope to it. And yeah, stay tuned.